When you walk into a ZOM project, you know you're walking into something special.
The level of finish, detail, and quality that they deliver in the multifamily rental space. It's typically what you would see out of a condo developer.
We want to build something that people go by and say, that's a ZOM deal. That's not like every other property.
And as a result, we create spaces where people want to be, even sometimes feel like they need to be. The place where they're comfortable, where they're very proud to be there and they want to bring their family and their friends.
ZOM creates unique living spaces. It's our goal to deliver high design, high energy, and comfortable living to our residents. That is what ZOM Living is all about. ZOM traces its roots to the Netherlands. The company was founded by Joost Zijderveld, a Dutch businessman who got his start as an oil trader in Rotterdam. He grew that business into an investment platform in oil and gas, raising money from high net worth investors. Joost then shifted his focus to the United States and began investing privately in real estate. With the opening of Disney World, he perceived that the Central Florida region was poised for significant growth. He therefore relocated ZOM to Orlando in the mid-1970s.
Joost Zijderveld founded ZOM on the belief that a dedication to a high level of quality would be the secret sauce of our success. Today, we still hold that dedication true to our core beliefs.
In the late 1980s, ZOM shifted its focus to the apartment industry. ZOM broke ground on its first apartment project in 1991 and eventually developed 30 projects with Dutch investment capital. A tipping point for ZOM was in 1997 when Joost decided to sell the company to another successful Dutch businessman, Hans van Weckel.
Why did I invest in ZOM? Click immediately was there because I felt myself strongly aligned, and I felt the same idea as I have in Europe about making quality projects, that you try to make something what is an addition and contribution to the urban society, the urban environment.
Hans really added fuel to the fire of our growth. We've expanded our geography not only all over the state of Florida, but we've grown to Texas, to Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. We now have an office open in the Carolinas where we're active, and we're building in Chicago as well. Today, rental housing in this country is more accepted than it ever has been before. People understand there's a risk in home ownership, but they also now understand more than ever that there's a great convenience to renting housing. And ZOM is very well positioned to take advantage of this circumstance because our focus is to deliver housing that's as good or a higher level of quality than comparable for sale options. And our housing comes without the burden or the risk of home ownership.
A few years ago, we did a survey to understand why people chose to live at a ZOM developed property. And what we found was interesting, where 2/3 of the people said that they knew they were going to live in this building before they even got to speak with us. This is the competitive advantage that ZOM has. A combination of architecture and landscaping and art installations to create some emotion in people. They don't even know what's happening to them. And they take it all in and they come inside and they're so prepared to lease.
We always try to craft the arrangement of our buildings such that they stir emotion with our customers. When people have an emotional connection with the buildings that they live in, they tend to dig deeper in their pockets to be a part of that building, and they're much happier for the experience.
I think ZOM's real strength is in the common areas in a building. The pool deck, clubhouse, fitness center, clever, smaller areas kind of tucked away in different parts of the ground floor. Just the spaces you get as a resident, that's not where you're going to sleep that night. And on a ZOM property, it's very design heavy. They'll take chances with materials. They'll do things in a common area that you're not comfortable doing in your own space because you're not an interior designer. But they get it to a point where you feel proud of your space, you feel like you're in a cool space, but there's no ostentation. It's not pretentious. It's like a comfortable level of high-end living that they've just found how to get to that spot. And I think that makes a difference for a lot of renters that we see today.
They're always looking for the next edge. The projects we've developed with ZOM have a different approach to design than a lot of the competitive set that's being built at the same time. It can be something as simple as a different color palette in the kitchen, whether it's the countertops or the cabinets, something as simple as that. If it's different, it makes them unique, and they're usually the group that's going in a different direction than some of their competitors in the market.
I think one of the keys to managing a development process and all the designers involved in it is to give them freedom, give them the latitude to dream and to stretch and imagine what is possible, specifically not to contain them, but to explore what it can be.
What I love about them is they treat each other with respect, and then they treat their partners with respect, and that gives us an extremely high level of comfort. We have the utmost confidence and trust in ZOM. We feel that there's absolutely no hidden agenda at all. They will do what they say they're going to do.
I think the secret to ZOM's success, from what I can tell, is having a group of people that love to come in and work together every day and fight through the challenges and end up building a terrific building like this.
We are not a vertically integrated development company. We're not contractors, architects, designers, engineers. Our mission is to assemble the best team from all those disciplines on each project, specifically not to feed the infrastructure of our company. Our mission is to create purity of interest and alignment with our investment partners on each project.
ZOM's a great partner. I think the industry knows that. They're open, they're honest, they're transparent. They're great at communicating whatever's happening at the project level. And that goes a long way with capital providers and capital partners like AEW.
Over time, they've developed a track record and a reputation for really being one of the best, if not the best, apartment developers in the regions they operate in.
When we think about lending, it's a simple equation. We want to work with the best people that build the best product, and that's ZOM.
The future for ZOM looks just so brilliantly bright. On Northwestern's behalf, we would like to thank them for the excellent business thus far, and we look forward to expanding this relationship for many, many years to come.
In our future, I see us working to expand the customers that we serve. Could be more seniors, could be figuring out how to cater to the millennials and the generation after them. But the bias for renting housing in our country is a trend that is only getting greater.
As we celebrate 40 years of ZOM Real Estate, we're grateful to Jo Seiderfeld for the strong foundation that he laid, and to Hans von Beckel for their vision and leadership since 1997. ZOM's future is as bright as ever.